Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Kaze and the Wild Masks. A lot of you corrected me on the name calling it Kaze, but it's actually like the Japanese word for wind, Kaze. But off screen I collected the green emeralds that I missed here to see what this bonus stage is. Watch your step. The only thing you have to collect is the 100 purple crystals. And I'm going to tell you right now this is post-commentary because I played this at 3 a.m. and they aren't kidding, it gets difficult almost immediately. This being our first example. So this is my very first foray into it and we're going to see the gimmick. Everything just drops, and you have these little background markers to remember where the platforms are. And it's not like the ones up ahead, like you see that one, but that's it. The rest is all just use whatever minor visual cues exist. So this is very much like a bonus difficulty stage, kind of like the special stages in like Yoshi's Woolly World or something. But yeah, I don't know if it was because I was playing at 3 a.m. or didn't expect such a difficulty spike. Yeah, there you go. That was the first thing. So now we're going to cut to when I actually did it. And, I didn't actually get the pink gems, though. You'll see up ahead. So yeah, if you are looking at this game thinking it's super easy, yeah, just wait. Even World 2 is ridiculous. But like I said, I don't know if it's because I was tired playing or what. I mean, I don't claim to be the best platform player at all. But yeah, I was even looking at some reviews, like Nintendo Life's review and stuff. And a lot of people agree that it gets very frustratingly difficult at times. But here we go. See that? There's little tomato markers from those guys I killed. But you'd never know where you can actually step. So I ignored that left side, which bites me in the end. I died there, actually. I made it this far, and I went to the left, and I just helicoptered my ears all the way into a pit. So this time I decided, no, I'm not even gonna bother with it. But it turns out we're like right there. It's just, yeah, like where do you even go from here? Where do you go to the right? You just gotta do a blind leap and hope that there's a platform somewhere. Like I don't even know what the visual cue is supposed to be. So this is very much like a taste of how this game goes. It is very classic 90s, like just keep trying until you get it. Memorize where you died and what buttons you have to press. But yeah, obviously that might be a little extreme of an example because it seems like these gated levels that require the crystals are indeed like super difficult bonus levels. But yeah, I forgot you could just pull up, you don't have to run to the end of the map of where you are, you can just pull up the island map. So on to the main chunk of what I wanted to do. I failed for like 5 or 6 minutes in that thing, so I cut it down. But Frozen Mountains, musically, man, get ready. It's awesome. Sliding salad. I like all the little vegetable plays on words and things. You gotta love it already, though. Just the slight wind. Musically, it sounds like two things. Donkey Kong Country, which, I mean, like I've said, this whole game is just taking huge inspiration from. But if you've played Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair, which is another platformer, just like this kind of, with some crazy difficult sections. But there is a cold level in that game that has very similar instrumentation to this music. And, I mean, both are great. There's your checkpoint. Always gotta look in those pits for the bonus stages. Is this the crazy one? I think this one... Yeah, notice where the thing is. It's right above where I started. I didn't realize that at first. So here's my first attempt. Just, oh, okay, defeat all the enemies. But then it's like, oh, wait, you gotta get back to the platform. So once again, stupid death, but you don't know until you really do it. I think I failed it again, so that was a cut to the final one. So obviously you have to helicopter to the far guys and strategically hop on the right ones to get back. There you go. I love this part of games, though, where it's like, alright, you got through the basic stuff, and you're greeted immediately by an awesome atmosphere. music to complement it that just kind of, I don't know, this type of instrumentation, like, I don't know what it is. The mellowness, it just kind of, like cold, I guess, eats right through you and kind of shuts you up. So then it's just like this focused thing. See that down there? I think that's the Z. Missed the A. I actually didn't even see it just now. Sometimes looking back in post-commentary, it's like you see the things clear as day. You're like, man, how did he miss it? Much like you guys watching it now, probably. Those guys, by the way, I learned very much later, because I played quite a few stages, actually, at that 3 a.m. chunk. But you can actually spin those guys. You don't have to jump over those porcupines. That one's not too bad. Those carrots are pretty relentless, though. Yeah, this is definitely a very awesome platformer. I mean, if you weren't sure at the first part, that first world being pretty basic, I guess, I think when you get to this point, you'll be frustrated, yeah. Well, maybe not yet, but there's a stage that I had to edit down so much in this video. I'm sure you know how to get that E. But don't worry. We'll be getting it, because, well, there you go. I was really mad when that happened. But again, it's like one of those things, kind of, that was a pause to check if the letters, like, and the green things, I still had them, but, once again, it's a perfect example of what just happened. I was at the goal, and I jumped, but I jumped too early. So you have to be, like, right on the edge of these things, and that's a very good taste of, like, what's to come. And there's one of the masks that you get is an auto-run mask. It's not gonna be this video, but next time we'll see it. I think it's next time. I don't know. Gotta review and edit down some of the footage I did. But yeah, don't expect an easy game coming into this. So it's like, yeah, you'll have a good time, but you'll also get really frustrated, I think. So you obviously just ride this out. I thought these were permanent sync. I mean, maybe you could still probably make that jump if it was. Just gotta, once again, time it perfectly. In classic platformer tradition, so yeah. I don't know, it's all pretty much here. You got the fluid scrolling, jump and attack. It all works pretty well, and now we're getting into like some of the cooler atmospheres. And now check this out, man, Donkey Kong Country, slingshot ride. Just any of the vulture levels, the snow barrel blast. That's all this level is. So once again, what I was saying last time, where a lot of people say the stages of this game don't really repeat mechanics too much, so each one is varied enough to stay interesting. But yeah, I love this too. Rain atmosphere again. Quick bonus down here. Yeah, those slingshots are automatic, but there's another type. These type. That was a cut because I failed this at first. Yeah, these ones you control manually. Very similar to the barrels in Donkey Kong Country. Remember the ones with the arrows were automatic? But yeah, I just didn't want to leave in all the failed attempts because they did get pretty frequent at some point. And live commentary just would have been bad with it. Does anybody know what PixelHive has done besides this? I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find a good search result somehow. But yeah, this is pretty I mean, just looking at it, I feel like it's super easy to get into for anybody who grew up with this kind of game. I see, I don't know, this just reminds me of like Treetop Town or something. But you got like that Ukulele in the Impossible Lair type atmosphere with all this rain. Musically, it sounds kind of, well, similar to both games, because, yeah, that was stupid. I remember being so mad when that happened. It's just that frantic D-pad tapping where it's like, oh, do I gotta adjust? And that's another thing. Get used to being sent far back, because there's basically one mid-stage checkpoint, maybe two. And usually the second half of these levels is when it gets difficult, so it really is learn everything and do it right. Like, keep on trying until you get it right. I don't know how it would be on casual. Like, I don't know if it's... Well, they said it was extra hearts and more checkpoints, right? So yeah, actually that would maybe be a good way to start if you're really not looking for the crazy difficulty. That down there, you can see the gem leading to the other bonus. Oh yeah, the trial and error one. It seems like there's enough time to try every one, every combination. So I just kind of just was blindly jumping and like, alright, whatever happens. None of them seem to shoot you to your death. But the answer is this one. I think rather than studying the screen and choosing, it's better to just jump until you get it. But there may be another room like that where there isn't enough time to try every option. I got fed up with waiting. I like how she uses her ears to crank back on the thing. And a couple more gems. So I believe we actually 100% of that. Not no damage, but yeah. Felt good after a lot of failure and, well, actually, we haven't even... It felt like a lot of failure at 3 a.m. when you're just kind of playing a game because you can't sleep, you know? Now you need 7 for that one. Take a look at the album, since we got another Kaze token. Kaze, sorry. Gotta get used to that. I don't know if these are supposed to be telling you the story. Like something towards the end, it's all gonna make sense. But yeah, Tiger, man. We get a new mask, but this is the stage. I had to at least been playing this for 15 minutes, this one level. I don't know what it is, because it's really not that bad looking at it. The Tiger Popsicle. More of that good music, but yeah, this is really the first taste of welcome to things getting more difficult. I'm sure you see what you're supposed to do there. You're supposed to use the platforms as a shield. And I do eventually, because, yeah, that happens. Followed by like 2 or 3 more deaths. Cut them out. So here we go, let's get to the next checkpoint. But that's not even like the most of the deaths. It's after the checkpoint when you have the new mask. The tiger mask is really cool though, I like it. It's just, I don't know what was going on with me, dying left and right. That's pretty cool too. It's one of those instantaneous, like within a second you know what you gotta do. Just ride with the platform. That was a D-pad mistake. the number of times that happens with the Pro Controller. I'm telling you, I don't know what's up with modern D-pads, but they all suck. But anyway, what doesn't suck is this awesome mask. The Tiger Mask, yeah. So not only do you look cool, but you have this dash attack, and you can cling to walls with your claws, but you slide a little bit. So that's how you get that letter. But yeah, interestingly, unlike the shark and the bird, that was accidental too. Invisible wall, I was just trying to cling to it. But there's no prompts that tells you like what you're supposed to do with the mask. Remember, it was like hold B to accelerate or press Y to attack. But yeah, here we go. Even the bonus rooms. This one's kind of crazy. Like, with this tiger mask, they were like, no, you're not getting a tutorial. Figure it out. And also, be prepared for some more difficult situations at the same time. So yeah, with the icicles falling, you gotta, for this top row, you gotta cling to the wall, but at the proper time, dash across, and meanwhile you got that clock ticking down, so yeah, this is probably the toughest one so far. Tried to cling to left wall, missed. 0 seconds. Got that, like, literally the last possible moment, it seemed like. Luckily, when you die, those at least save, so you don't have to redo the bonuses, you just have to collect the letters again. If you die, and die I did. That was just another check. Do I still have that bonus token? Yeah, I apologize if the post-commentary is kind of stupid or something, but I feel like live it just would have been mass frustration and tiredness. But no commentary with all the deaths would be even more painful, I think. This is cool too. We gotta cling to the wall, obviously, and then dash across. So it's like all stuff we've seen before in other types of games, but I don't know, man. It's fun. I like the echo of the claws on the wall too. So here it is, the checkpoint. We're not done. That was stupid. I didn't even see the brambles. Must have been the sleepiness. So there was 3 minutes and 30 seconds of cut content there. This is when I actually make it to the goal. Because this whole section, I don't know what was up with me again, but kind of dodged some damage there with the stomp move. See, looking at it, it's not too bad. Like, you can see as it comes on screen, like, oh yeah, that's what you gotta do. And watching somebody succeed in it, it's just, you get that, oh yeah, what's so tough about that? But playing it, man, especially at 3 a.m., it's a whole different story, I guess. Missed that last bonus, and one purple thing. So yeah, at this point I knew it was like, okay, I was gonna trim that level down. The time of the video was already like way up there, between the failure of that first bonus stage and that stage. So I figured maybe after I cut it all, we could fit one more level in, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's definitely Kaze, because the Japanese in all these little artwork things you unlock, it's like clear as day. The Ropes of Hope. Vulture Valley or whatever is basically what this kind of mimics. Cool, kind of a Middle Eastern instrumentation too. I just like the backgrounds. I don't think people talk about the guys who do the background artwork and these kinds of things enough. First attempt, first death. And I repeated that same thing. So this is like the third or fourth attempt, I think the third one, where I figured it out. You don't jump off of his head, you jump on him and wait. again, it's classic platformer stuff. It's like fail at every possible thing until you know what you gotta do. So perhaps playing this blind is not the wisest thing, but... learning how fast you can go up and down the ropes, too, is another thing. That kind of stuff's interesting, that gamer intuition, where you just kind of have this feeling that something's over there. I believe I failed this one time. Didn't cut it out though, because it wasn't that much of a huge time waster. Very much like the banana bonus rooms that would just randomly be in Donkey Kong Country 2. I think in general, I find commentary for platforming games more difficult than other ones. So part of me is like, why am I doing this and not just a review? Like, I think a review video would be good. But every platformer game you play is gonna have that first playthrough, so... you gotta appreciate that they still exist, too. With like everything else that games try to do these days, it is somewhat refreshing to know that modern stuff exists that plays like things did in 1994 or whatever. I think I botched something up coming up. There's the bonus, you can see it. You can always make up like the top crystal on these things. So gotta defeat 7 enemies. And I didn't really know how to approach this, it was just kind of a guess. I remember at that point I miscounted. Like I was going blind basically. It was that? I thought I was gonna fail, that I missed one. But it turns out it's just right. Yeah, here it comes. That's one of those frustrating things. I mean, the bonus is kept, but the letters are not. And so then you get that instinct where it's like, ah, come on, that was so stupid. And then you just start rushing, and then you fail somewhere earlier. I don't think that happens. I think I actually succeed now, but... I don't know, I'm very bad with that patience thing. Which is another reason why me in live commentary with tough platformers is probably not a good idea. I guess that's part of it, though. And it goes along with what it seems like everybody's saying about it. Although I do think that death was just a stupid mistake on my part. There you go, post-goal pickup. I knew that was going to happen eventually. But yeah, we might be rolling post-commentary for the remainder of this. I don't really know yet. But there's some really cool levels that come up after this. But this is a good stopping point because at this point, all the failure that I was doing, it was adding up. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And take a last look at this artwork here. It's kind of neat, all the little masks. But alright, see you next time for Kaze and the Wild Masks. And we'll get to the next boss.